What's up, guys? My name is Selena, and I live in a remote Alaska village that shares my last name. My fiance and I did the craziest thing the other day, and we went to Fairbanks just for a day trip. So I'm going to just talk about the trip, what we did, the cost, things like that. So if you're interested in going to Fairbanks for just a short amount of time, these are things what we did when we were there. How it all started. So I post on TikTok. There's a lot of amazing Alaska content creators out there, and one in particular is in Fairbanks. Her name is Alaska Lizzie, and she's awesome. She showcases like small business Fairbanks, things that are going on in Fairbanks, things like that. So my fiance is from the lower 48. We were just looking at tickets one night, and Alaska Airlines always does great deals. So we looked at Alaska Airlines and saw that there were tickets going to Fairbanks, $75 one way. So a round trip is $150. That's not that expensive. We found tickets that have us land in Fairbanks at 8 a.m. and take off a little before 6 p.m. And so I messaged Lizzie and said, hey, by chance, do you have this random Wednesday available that we would be able to come to Fairbanks and you could show us this place that I've seen so much on TikTok, on her TikToks? And she cleared the whole day for us, which was awesome. Before we go into what we did at Fairbanks, let's talk about Ted Stevens and the whole process getting our car, the flight, whatever. So we didn't have bags because we were only there from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., like a 10-hour day. We didn't bring any luggage. We only had one carry-on bag, and inside all that I packed was my wallet and my IDs because we were flying, my DSLR camera, which I'm filming on now, and some snacks. We also brought headphones for the flight. So when we got to Ted Stevens, it was interesting trying to find parking. Right now they are in construction, like the short-term parking lot, which, if you didn't know this already, short-term parking at Ted Stevens, if you do it for 5 hours or more, it's only $16. Like between 5 and 24 hours, only $16. Not bad at all. So we went there, and half of the parking lot is under construction. So we spent like 20 minutes trying to look for a spot. And we were really lucky to find one that was right next to the door that leads inside. So we were able to get there no problem. And because we had no bags checking in, we just went straight through security. Security at Ted Stevens, I've never had to wait more than 15 minutes, and it was probably like 5-10 minutes for us. It was really quick. And we got there about 10 minutes before we boarded our flight. The flight itself is only 45 minutes. They gave only water and coffee in the morning, and then in the evening it was just water available. So there was no like snacks offered or food offered because it's only a 45-minute flight. It's not long at all. We went there April 26th. So what we wore, and I know Fairbanks is famous for being like super cold, all this stuff, but honestly, I wore jeans and a sweater, and I was comfortable all day. I didn't need to change anything. I wasn't too cold. I brought my winter jacket. I never wore it. Like I wore it when I got off the plane for a little bit, but honestly, like it was so warm, I didn't really need it. So when we got there, my friend Lizzie picked us up from the airport, and the first place we went to is Buckos. So Buckos is a small coffee hut shop in Fairbanks, and they only have one location, and the story behind it is awesome. I think Lizzie has it on her profile, so you can go watch her TikToks and Instagram and see all about it there. And when we got there, we probably waited half an hour. Like the line went into the street. It is that popular. So when we went there, we got a iced coffee with the toasted marshmallow topping on it, and it was spectacular. After that, we went to DW Grill for breakfast. That's another locally owned, family-owned business, which I fully support. Coming from a family business, locally owned business, I understand how it is when people come and stop by. They're a family. And that's how we felt when we walked in. On the walls, it was like their kids' artwork. It was so cute. And the husband was making the food, and the wife was taking our order. She delivered the food. They also have this cool mural that you can take pictures in. And they actually take pictures of everyone who comes into their, like anyone new, I think, that comes into their shop. We got pictures with one of the owners as well, which was really cool. I got an omelet. Lizzie said their best thing there was their pancakes. That's what Jared got. I got an omelet and English muffin, and honestly, it was amazing. After that, we went and visited Lizzie's lodge that they just bought property for. She posts about it on her story, so and on her Instagrams, I'm not gonna take a lot of time to talk about it because I want to be able to have her, promote it. But it's gonna be really cool, just being there, seeing their vision for it. It's so new. I'm really excited for them. So if you want to follow updates on that, of course, just go to her Instagram, go to her TikTok. She has it all there. After that, we got a message from Explore Fairbanks to come to North Pole, which North Pole and Fairbanks are like right next to each other. And at North Pole, there is a dog kennel called Firewalker Kennels. And they have Alaska Malamutes that they raise, and they're sled dogs. They're work dogs. So we went there and met the gentleman that owns the kennels. He gave us the whole tour. We got to play with puppies. Like you're going to see, I'm going to put a ton of the pictures and videos here of us interacting with the dogs. They were so well behaved. There was one, I think his name is Shadow, that followed us the whole time. And he was so good. He was the grandfather and great-grandfather of a lot of these pups. So we got to play with the puppies, and there's ones that were 4 months old, ones that were 2 months old, but they're so big, I never would have guessed that they were only 2 months old. It was crazy. After that, we went to Hungry Robot Pizza. It was amazing. The two that were the most unique that I've tried were the Dilly Dilly, which is just a pickles pizza, and there was also another one, I can't remember the name of it, but I think it was called Mother Clucker. But it was a chicken and waffles pizza. I was a little hesitant to try the chicken and waffles because I've never really had a sweet pizza before, but it was so good. If you ever go there, go get it. Hungry Robot is also featured on Guy Fieri's Drive-Ins and Dines. Wow, that's a mouthful. Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dine. If I had a kid, I would definitely go and take my kid there for their birthday. They had so many cute things, like a cotton candy machine. They had ice cream. They had pizza. It's adorable. I would do it again. We also went to some of Lizzie's favorite boutiques. We went to Blushmoon Boutique, and I got to pin my location on their map. We also got to go to Vintage Junkie, which is a consignment shop, but you wouldn't have guessed it's a consignment shop just looking at it. It's so well put together and just looks like another boutique. It's adorable. The last place we went to before Lizzie dropped us off was Alaska Wood Bowl Company, which they make a ton of things out of wood from like local wood, bowls and puzzles and souvenirs, trinkets like that. They have a big storefront, and then there's windows there that you can actually see them working, which was really, really cool. And by that time, Lizzie dropped us off at the airport and we flew back to Anchorage. And honestly, this would not have been able to happen if Lizzie wasn't involved. So we're super, super thankful and grateful for Lizzie being able to show us Fairbanks, the thing that she does the absolute best. And speaking of that, she actually does bus tours around Fairbanks. Was doing a bus tour that weekend showcasing Fairbanks and promoting like 30 plus small businesses, which was awesome. So she just takes people around and she shows them Fairbanks, and they go to different shops and people donate things, and it's just super cool. So we got to meet some of those people that are involved in the bus tour, and she's just created such a unique community for Fairbanks and really brought people together, which was it was so awesome. The community there is super, super supportive. Just in the 10 hours that I was there, I could see it, and now it just brings her videos and content more alive, which was just awesome. So that's what we did in Fairbanks for 10 hours. It was so cool, and we definitely want to go again when we have more time. It was the furthest north I have been in Alaska. It was really cool. So 10 out of 10 recommend. Check out the different places that I listed. I will attach their Instagram handles in my description. I'll also tag Lizzie's TikTok and her Instagram in my description. So if you're interested in going to Fairbanks, learning more about it, check Lizzie out. Thanks, guys. See you next time.